Says we're live.
Yep, we're good. All right, cool.
Cool.
All right, let's get crack-a-lacking. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Big Apple Baseball Banter, the first edition of a live version of this, and we got some awesome news to talk about, and you can also call in. We'll get to that in a sec. Let's banter. All right, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Big Apple Baseball Banter here with Elias and Ben, and you're seeing our faces, and we're live, which is awesome. And I explained this in our last video. Kind of what I wanted to do was I was tired of having to wait on a lot of our videos are very time oriented or like kind of rely on recent news, and I was tired of having to sit on videos because we don't make money for this shit and we're busy. So. Ben, we got some highs from your sister.
Finally.
And so we're basically thinking about doing it live. This doesn't mean the podcast is going away. Basically, once this is over, we're going to put it back as a podcast episode. So if you didn't catch the live stream, which I'm guessing is most people, we're basically using this as an alternative way to record the show. So what I'm going to do now is if anyone wants to call in, we have that now too. Instead of just voicemails, because no one does those and makes us sad. So we're finding another way for you guys to communicate with us, which probably still isn't going to work. But anyways, I'm going to go to our channel, and I'm going to put the link to StreamYard in our chat. That way you guys can call in, which is pretty sweet. So While I do that, let's talk baseball. All right, so we got a ton of stuff to cover. This news might seem kind of old at this point, but it's because we haven't been able to do a show in a while. Lindor and Carlos Carrasco to the Mets. Now, this is easily the biggest move of the offseason so far. It's the biggest move probably since Bryce Harper. Maybe you could say Garrett Cole was as big as this. Ben, are you muted? Ben, I think you're muted. Hang on.
There we go.
Yo, talk again.
Hi.
Shit. Oh, goddamn. Technical difficulties. Give us 1 second. Yo. Ben, talk again now.
Yeah, it says I'm not muted, so I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
There we go. I couldn't hear you through here. My bad.
All right, cool.
All right. So Lindor and Carlos Carrasco to the Mets was quite the news. And the craziest part about it was there weren't any leaks and it's not like a winter meeting thing where it's anticipated. This came out of left field.
Oh,
really did. And when it said Mets make blockbuster trade, and I was like, okay, this is probably. I'm like, oh sweet, this is probably for some starting pitcher, maybe like a Luis Castillo. And then I saw it was Lindor, and I did not expect the Mets to do. I did not expect the Mets to do this in the slightest way because. After the Padres made their two crazy moves, and they made another move that we're going to get to in a sec, Uncle Stevie chimed in on Twitter, and basically he said they have the prospects, we don't. And, that's true. So I was like, yeah, we'll probably not be making any trades. But anyways, we'll kill in the free agency. But nope, we got our guy from a trade. And we can still spend some money. So Francisco Lindor, what else do I need to say? Best shortstop in baseball. And now, guys, I just pinned the call-in link if anyone is in the chat, which one person is.
Hi, Allie.
I can hear Ben. Yeah, that's what happens when there's probably a slight delay, which is pretty annoying. But oh well. But yeah, so Lindor, best shortstop in baseball. There's guys who are definitely getting up there, but I don't think anyone is better than him. You can make an argument for Trevor Story. I don't see it. Lindor's got an elite glove, an elite bat. I know he had a bit of a down year last year. A lot of guys had a down year last year, and a lot of guys had great years last year. It was a weird year, and some of the best players in baseball. Yeah, shitty team with little line of protection other than Ramirez and then Santana, but he walks, so
Oh, that top of the
He doesn't
order,
really
I'm going to
hit.
do a separate video on that because that top of the order was really, really interesting. They had 4 straight switch
Oh, really?
hitters, and
For
they
the
all,
Cleveland baseball team? Oh,
yeah, on the
right.
Indians.
Yeah, they
Cleveland
did.
baseball team, my bad, not the Indians.
Yeah, wait, who was the fourth?
Uh,
It was Santana, Lindor,
Cesar Hernandez.
Ramirez, Cesar Hernandez, right? Switch hitter. So yeah, got good matchup team, I guess. But when you got freaking who's in there out? Oscar Mercado and Delino DeShields. But yeah, Lindor.
At least
And
they
then
can
when I
bunt.
saw, yeah, so this is the weird thing about me. It's not that I expected Lindor. I knew it was a possibility. I got more excited about the Carlos Carrasco part because
Oh, for
I had
sure.
no clue, and like the fact that we got both of them. So I guess I'm just saying that Lindor is really good. I guess we should go through some of his numbers. So let me pull those
He had
up.
a 750 OPS
Oh my
off
God,
the
I can't
top of my
spell
head
right now.
last year as a switch hitter.
Yeah,
with
down here,
the
but
best
I'm going to
glove.
go through some of his career numbers. Yeah,
Ooh,
elite
30
glove, which we already had a guy. Oh, yeah,
yeah, he
you're
had
saying?
more than 30 home runs in 3 straight seasons leading up to 2020. So that's a
Yep,
lot of
and
pop.
steals
Mhm.
bases too. And here's the craziest part about him: he's only 27. I feel like he's been in the league for
Extension?
forever.
Oh, for sure. Mr.
It's
Smile's
happening.
been here forever.
You can't not extend him. It'd be crazy not to. And I don't think the Mets are trading for a guy as much as more on Andy Martino from SNY, literally Mets fans' least favorite person. I was actually on a Mets stream and I commented who's worse at their job, Andy Martino or Steven Matz. And they're both really bad at their jobs. But especially Matz. Matz sucks. But we'll get to him in a bit because hopefully we found his replacement. But Lindor. So he's been in the league since 2015. And these have been his OPSs. So OPS is kind of the most well-rounded stat, I guess, outside wins above replacement. That kind of includes everything, but it's kind of my favorite offensive stat. 835, 794, 842, 871, 854, 750. So like, yeah, he's never had like a 900 OPS season, which like, he must not be that good. But he's not like he's a good on base guy, not like an on base machine, but he definitely makes up for it with his power and his stolen bases and his extra base hit ability. And his glove is just elite. Now we already had a good glove guy, and I guess we'll go to what we gave up for them. So we gave up Andres Jimenez, who I'm gonna miss him a bit because this is how I think about Andres Jimenez. He's good enough to be a starter. No, listen, he's good enough to be I don't care if we got rid of him for Lindor, but he's good enough to be a starter, but bad enough to be a bench guy or a platoon guy, So I think he would have had value as a bench bat. So you could have kept him. It's not like, you can't have him as a bench bat because you could trade him and get more. But if you have, he's a great backup.
You can't have super high expectations for someone who's only shown you platoon level capabilities. I mean, he doesn't really hit the ball too hard.
I wanted him as a bench guy. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to. If we have an opportunity to get Lindor, I'm getting Lindor any day of the week. And we also gave up Rosario, who last year it seemed like the end for him because Jimenez was getting all the playing time. Jimenez was hitting better, and Rosario's glove already sucked. So
Rosario just sucks at every time. He kept running.
He didn't even steal base last year. His discipline is awful. He's
horrendous.
Been decent. He's shown flashes in the past. He was the number 5 prospect at one point in the league. I wish we would have traded him back then. We got a haul, yeah. But then we also gave up Josh Wolf and Isaiah Green, 2 minor leaguers. I think they were both second-round picks this past year. I don't care. They're far away. I want to win a World Series. I think this is the year to go all in because there's so many teams not doing much. Outside of the White Sox and the Padres, no team is really going for it. The Dodgers and Yankees already have Yankees. Their roster is amazing, but the Dodgers already have obviously an incredible roster, so it's not like they need to make that many additions. And they were able to retain some of their own guys with like Trinan. But so Carlos Carrasco, we also got him. I think he's going to be our 2 starter. I think until Noah Syndergaard comes back, and also I don't know if you can expect him to be 2 starter quality. I think Carrasco's slightly better than Stroman.
Yes, for sure.
Well, when a guy coming back from an injury, you don't expect him to be as good as he usually is, but we'll see. I'm keeping my hopes up for Syndergaard, but I'm not saying, oh, well, he's like our X factor, But Carlos Carrasco, I think he's our 2-starter now. I think he's a little bit better than Stroman, and he's a really solid veteran. He's kind of always had a 3.5 ERA. Last year had the best year of his career, probably a 2.91 ERA. Kind of had to make up for a lot of the losses with Trevor Bauer, Corey Kluber, Mike Clevenger. Him and Plesac kind of had to fill in those top of the rotation roles to go along Shane Bieber, and he did really well in that role. So hopefully, he's on an uptick. He's got 2 more years left to control, and he's only 33 years old. So I really like Carlos Carrasco a lot. So yeah, so I know only 33, but he's been in the league for a while. So, but it's not like some Rich Hill or someone 41. So
well, Rich Hill's still killing it. I mean,
yeah. Jacob deGrom's only 30. Jacob deGrom's 32 though. So the age isn't too crazy.
He's still pumping 100 though.
Oh, he started pumping one. Last year was the first year he was consistently pumping 100. Which I thought if he could get, that was the best stuff of his career probably. But he just didn't have the numbers for compared to Bauer for the Cy Young. But the competition level maybe. But I see a lot of people saying that online. But Carlos Carrasco, I'll read off his ERAs in the past as I find them right here. Okay, 2009 was awful. 8.87. Yeah, it's 2009 though. Who cares? 3.8. 383, 462, 675, 255, 363, 332, 329, 338, 521. But the dude had fucking cancer. What do you expect? And then 291, which this dude's a freaking warrior. He came back from cancer. And so he's a great guy. He's so excited to be a Met, and he'll be hoisting up World Series, the Commissioner's Trophy, the piece of metal.
The piece of metal. Future.
So now let's talk depth chart now with the Mets. You probably know a decent amount of the Mets, about the Mets for a Yankee fan, but you can chime in where you can. So we're assuming there is a DH. So it looks like there's going to be a DH in the NL. I don't know why the fuck they don't. No, Ken Rosenthal said most likely. I don't see why they don't just say there's a DH or there's not a DH. So
exactly. I mean, Manfred said that the season looks like it's going to be 162 games. They're planning on starting normally. Well, I mean, if you're going to start normally, then you got to know what to do when you start. So that rule needs to be announced way before spring training starts, way before the workouts start. So we're definitely going to learn in the next 2 weeks before the start of February. If we don't, then that's just another reason to fire Manfred or just hate Manfred even more.
How do you fire him? Oh, do the owners have to vote him out? Well, they love him. They love him.
They're not going to fire him. He's never going to get fired ever, but he deserves to be.
He probably has to step down like the other. Yeah, is that what happened to the last commissioner? He just stepped down?
Probably.
But basically, me neither. I just know he had a very signature draft announcement. In the first pick in the first-year player draft, the Washington Nationals select Stephen Strasburg, a right-hand pitcher from San Diego State University. And then they say, what? San Diego, California. We didn't know it's in fucking San Diego. But anyways, we'll do one version of with a roster, with a DH and without. So without DH, Alonso at first, McNeil second, Lindor at short, JD Davis at third, Dom Smith in left, sign a center fielder. It looks like it's going to be George Springer or Nimmo. I'm assuming they're going to sign a guy. And then Conforto in right. With a DH, Dom goes to first, Pete goes to DH, or Dom goes to DH, Pete goes to first, or they're going to alternate probably. And then Nimmo in left, and then the center fielder you signed in center. So, and then from a pitching rotation perspective, it'll go. Oh, is your camera off?
Oh, my bad.
Oh, you're good. From a pitching rotation perspective, it's probably going to look like until Syndergaard comes back, DeGrom 1, Carrasco 2, Stroman 3, Peterson 4, and then maybe Joey Lucchesi 5.
Ooh.
Guess we'll segue right there. Good segue right there. So
yeah, I see
the
you.
Padres, for some reason, got another goddamn starting pitcher. So it looks
makes
like
no
they have 7
sense at
guys.
all.
They're definitely expecting some injuries, but this is probably like the Clevenger replacement. But he has solid control. Musgrove.
Yeah, exactly. That's
And
why
like
it
he's
doesn't
not
make
a.
sense.
And I'm gonna pull up his numbers right now. He's not like an elite, starter, but he's a very solid starter with a lot of potential. And I think everyone benefits with the change of scenery from Pittsburgh. So
Yeah.
he was part of the Garrett Cole trade from Pittsburgh to Houston. So he's 28 years old. Last year had a pretty solid year, 3.86 ERA. So his ERAs in the past have been with Houston. It was if I can find 4.06, 4.77, 4.06, and then that was first year with Pittsburgh, and then 4.44. And then 3.86. So I saw this guy thrown around in trade discussions for like guys like Brandon Marsh and top prospects in the Angels system. I think that's a little much, but what was I saying? But what did they get back? What did the Pitts? So the why I mentioned this. So it was a three-way trade. So the Padres got Joe Musgrove. So what's their rotation looking like? Snell, Darvish, Lamet, Musgrove. And they have one more at Paddock.
Yeah.
So it looks like
Casey's on the.
He's going to the Mets. Man. Well, he got traded to the Mets.
Yeah, I only checked before the details came out. That's my bad.
Oh, it literally just happened. But
all right.
So he's going to the Mets, and then so it looks like Mackenzie Gore's probably they're not going to rely on him to be a starter this year.
No.
So all right, so Padres, I got shout out to MLB Transactions Daily. They have it so easy to see on Instagram. All right, the Padres acquired Joe Musgrove. The Mets got Joey Lucchesi, and then from the Mets, the Pirates got young catcher, outfielder, Endy Rodriguez, and then from the Padres, they got Hudson Heed, Omar Cruz, David Bednar, and Drake Fellows. So it looks like they're going for a little more quality than quantity. I think the Pirates need to just tear it down. I think they should trade Mitch Keller because he has a ton of value as a young starting pitcher, and he had a great year last year. And then who else do they have? Trade Brian Reynolds, maybe.
No. Wait a year for Reynolds because he had a.
Well, yeah, because he sucked last year. Yeah, wait for him to.
Wait for the bounce
trade him while his
back.
value's high.
Yep.
Yeah. Someone named Gracie is watching too.
Hi, Gracie.
Grammar.
Yeah.
But friends of the channel. But I wonder if they understand anything we're talking about. But here I gotta alert my Mets Discord that we're live right now to get some guys in here. But I think this is just a great move by the Pirates or the Padres just to have good insurance in their rotation in case there's injuries or anything. And
I don't agree with it.
I
don't agree with it.
Why?
They have Mackenzie Gore as their sixth man. I mean, he's gonna be insane. This man has the most fun windup I've ever seen with some of the most electric stuff.
The rise on his fastball is nuts. I do too, but you got it from a like a roster building perspective. You don't want to rely on a prospect, I guess.
Well, you don't want to rely on. Well, they have 6 people that can pitch in the major league level at the moment. You don't need more than that.
Yeah.
That's why I don't.
You got to think this year there's going to be injuries if you're going from a 60-game season to a 162.
Yes, but I mean, you should definitely set up for other parts. I mean, they lost a couple members of their bullpen, right? Their bullpen was insane last year. Despite
they're
the
free agents, but they could probably retain them. I think they're out on Kirby Yates, but they'll definitely try to bring back Trevor Rosenthal. And then Emilio Pagan should hopefully bounce back. Drew Pomeranz was phenomenal last year. And then they have a few other depth guys in there, but that's kind of the
that's the area they should be targeting. Not continuously adding starters left and right. I mean,
I don't hate the move, honestly. I think it's a great move for them because they didn't have to give up much for him. And you could probably flip him again. Think about this though. He's a guy who a lot of people see a ton of potential, and Pittsburgh gets nothing out of their starting pitchers. So you trade him, you acquire him, he pitches a year, and then you flip him again when Gore's ready to come up. Flip him next offseason. And you get a ton back. You can kind of regain some of your prospect capital you lost from guys like Snell and Darvish. Well, you didn't give up anything for Darvish. You gave up Zach Davies, a bunch of teenagers. But yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
I don't know if I
from the
agree with
Mets perspective, Joey Lucchesi is just a solid back-end starter. And I don't hate it. Hopefully this is a Steven Matz replacement because I've talked on and on about how I can't stand Steven Matz. My God.
So much.
He's got
so much.
every chance in the world. Every chance. Every year. Oh, this is Matz's year. Matz. Oh man, Matz. James McCann's like, oh yeah, man. I've been working with Matz. He's about to ball out. Every year had a 9 ERA last year. Done. Get him out of here. Can't stand him. Look. Here, I'll explain. Boom. Matz is off.
Oh, wow. I thought you got that
sucks.
set up for
He sucked in the ball too. Oh yeah, dude. I thought we were. I didn't even think we were gonna tender him, but at least supposedly there was some trade talks with the National or the Blue Jays for him. But yeah, I don't care. I don't care what we get for him. I'll take freaking Jed Lowry. I don't care. I'm done. I just don't want Matz. Okay, maybe that's a little far, because at least Matz. Oh come on. Goddamn internet. Oh, if we just cut out here, I'm just saying that I don't like Matz. My bad. I think we're good now. Plus, there's no one in the chat, so it's fine. But yeah, Matz is awful. Doing? So, I think we're at one. Okay, it just went down to 0 viewers, but hopefully people from our Discord start popping in. I just want to get a caller on here because I want to talk some Mets with some people. But we're just doing this mainly to avoid editing and stuff, because we're lazy. But anyways, let's talk something. I have another Padres I want to talk about, which if they do this is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. So the Tatis extension. So there's a rumor that they're thinking about giving him an 11-year, $300 something plus $1 million extension. Now that's okay if it's actually not. It's stupid anyways, but that's okay if all the expensive money kicks in a few years. But why would you do this now? You're paying a ton of guys tons of money, and you take advantage of the time you got your guy on a cheap deal. And what worst case scenario, something happens to him and he sucks, and you're still paying him, which that's probably not going to happen. But think about this: why would you pay someone $300 plus $1 million who's yet to play a full season? He's played 2 years, has never played a full season.
Yeah, he was injured last year so much in 2019.
And this year he cooled down again. He cooled down a bit towards the end of the season.
Massively, yeah. He fell right
people
out.
People calling him a top 2 shortstop. I think that's crazy. A top 2 shortstop. I think he's top 5 probably.
Definitely.
I think a lot of it is potential based, just because he's a stud, and he's also probably one of the most fun players watching the game. But why would you pay this guy? So a lot of these teams that are locking up these young guys long term, it's so they can pay them nothing. Like Ozzie Albies is getting paid nothing. Ronald Acuna is getting paid nothing. Luis Robert, he's not getting paid much either. But paying a guy
Luis Robert is on a rookie contract. He's not.
No, they extended him. No, they
did.
extended him, but I think it's for cheap.
Oh, Are you sure you're not thinking of Eloy? Because I know he signed.
No, they both got extended. All right. But so yeah, I don't get it, man. We're not going to talk too much about this topic, but it's just so stupid. Take the time to look. You're stacking your team silly. There's no salary cap, but there is a luxury tax. So take advantage while guys. It's like a quarterback in the NFL. You take advantage by the time they're on their cheap contract. Look you're going to love me for saying this. Look what the Buffalo Bills are doing. They got their quarterback on a super cheap contract. They go out, they get a stud receiver, they pay all this money for these guys. Well, they didn't go crazy in free agents because you can't really get too many guys to come to Buffalo because a lot of guys hate the weather and stuff. But and like small markets, so not everyone's about that. But you take advantage. Like what the Chiefs are doing. Like you take advantage when your superstar is going to make a ton of money. When they're getting paid nothing, that's when you go all in. So I don't think the Padres are going to do this. If he keeps playing this way, now the thing is, it might be smart because of it might be smart because he might have to get more money in the future, but I would be willing to take that risk. So, anyways,
I don't think he's going to be paid more than $30 million a year average AAV. That's just not going to happen because this type of play is not the evolution of the game. Yeah, no one ever does. Yeah. No one can sustain that for over the next 3-4 years. He's going to have at least one injured or down year compared to a $30 million standard. So that's why I just don't agree with it whatsoever. Even if you can't lock him up, there's still going to be a lot of shortstop movement following free agency after next year because not everybody's going to get that super big contract that they're looking for. And teams are going to realize quickly after they get those big shortstops for long contracts that their team can't contend with other teams and will want to trade them. So the market's going to be pretty fluid following the 2021-2022 seasons in the shortstop area and following that, especially after some teams that originally got these shortstops fall out of contention. So I think the Padres definitely can get that shortstop back.
Damn.
So, yeah. They got Snell for 3 years. So he's a contract that goes away.
Yeah, Snell's not costing much either. By the way, we just broke up a little bit. Hopefully it's not too bad. If anyone's just tuning in, we're talking the Tatis extension. And everyone's always also talking about the shortstop market for next season. I doubt that many of these guys are going to actually hit the market. Like the Rockies they should probably trade Trevor Story. And then that team will probably lock him up long term, or they're going to lock him up long term. I think Correa might hit free agency, but I think he'll probably stay with the Astros. The Dodgers aren't letting Corey Seager walk. Like they have the money to pay him. So I think Javi Baez, if he doesn't get traded, which he'll probably get traded if he doesn't. Yeah, and unless someone locks him up long term. I don't think he'll sign an extension. If he gets traded this offseason, he's not going to sign an extension because he just came up with an awful year. So, So he'll probably want to test free agency. Now, if you pay him like he did if he was 2018 Javi Baez, which that's a stupid idea, just because you don't know what player he is after coming off 2 down years. But I still think he's a solid player. But I think he's probably the main shortstop who's going to hit the market. So next, I'm going to get to a topic I know you are very excited about.
Let's go.
And to share that excitement. Hang on. Oh, wait. I did something. Let's watch Ben's. Hang on.
Oh, I can't listen to myself.
I'm still getting new software. I'm still getting used to this.
Oh, you're good.
Let's watch Ben's reaction.
I can't listen to myself.
We got him! DJ LeMahieu is a Yankee once more. The deal is worth 4 to 5 years. $90 million.
6 years. It's 6 years.
It's actually 6 years, yeah.
He's back in pinstripes, baby. Let's go. 26. Best second baseman all time. Best third baseman
all time.
Some guy got really mad at me for making a Jeter comment.
The MVP last year. DJ LeMahieu is quite possibly the greatest player in baseball history.
I think Ben's a big fan of DJ LeMahieu.
Yeah, I'm a pretty big stan.
Now, best player at all those positions of time, I don't think so, but definitely a good player. That's fair enough. Man, I love all these different. You can switch all this shit around. This shit's cool. But yeah. So DJ LeMahieu back 6-year deal with the Yankees, and honestly, I thought he was going to make way more. I think his age definitely comes into it. I think he genuinely wanted to be a Yankee, so I think he'd be willing to take that pay cut. Now, the reports coming out before this sounded like he was unhappy with them. And also, can I mention one thing about this video? Every video we make that has breaking in the title gets a ton of views. Like my Lindor video has more than 400. So I think to test the YouTube algorithm, we're just going to put breaking in. We're gonna put breaking in every title. And by the way, guys,
Genius.
thank you for 30 subscribers. We're at 34 right now. I appreciate the support. Ben's doing his baseball home run religious stuff. But
What's up?
thank you guys. Thank you guys for the ongoing support. We really appreciate it. So, what's the contract? So it's 6 years, $90 million.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to math it up, that's AAV of not doing math.
18 million. We'll call it 18.
18. That's not much at all.
No.
And
It's not too
now
much
that's
to step
almost
up
as much
here.
as Cleveland's entire. That's only like half the amount of Cleveland's payroll, which is funny because Mike Trout's getting paid more than the entire Cleveland football or baseball team roster. But DJ, so where does he go? So it looks like he'll be playing second base unless you get a better defensive shortstop and trade Luke Voigt, which I know you're against.
I'm against that. No, I love Lukey Pookie.
Would you rather trade Perez or Lukey Pookie?
That's tough. I'd probably go with Glaber because his defense is atrocious and just refuses to DH. However, he does rake in the postseason. So this is a question that I probably change my mind on every day. But overall, I think Luke would be the better trade option, but I think you could get more for Glaber. Just because
there is a report that the Reds were looking to trade for Gleyber Torres. They're trading Luis Castillo for Gleyber Torres.
No, they're not. They shut it down.
I'm
so upset.
I don't know. They're not. There's a report that they wanted to do that, but I think that's kind of fair on both sides, but it's also bad for both sides.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's not an atrocious deal for both sides.
No.
But yeah,
it would be a win for the Reds.
So now DJ slides it back into second base. Gleyber Torres goes to shortstop, so you kind of sacrifice your defense there, but you got to get his glove in the lineup. And you also got Gio Urshela next to him, so he could pick up some of the slack. That's what I thought about with the Lindor trade. Davis isn't the greatest defender, but Lindor can kind of clean up a bit for him.
Yeah.
For the which we haven't rolled the song yet.
There it is.
And by the way, when the Lindor trade happened, I blasted the Meet the Mets song 3 times, just screaming every word. So, or 2 times, but not screaming. I was I was fired up. So when the Mets win the World Series this year, and Pete Alonso wins MVP, let's go. I'll get a little fired up for that. Which if you guys are new to the channel, Pete Alonso for MVP is the movement, and he probably won't win it if he has to DH all the time. So hopefully the Dom's defense sucks and Alonso gets back. He literally posted the most hyped picture on Instagram. He was like, "This is the glove I'm going to be winning my first Gold Glove in." And
no,
that's not happening. But yeah, let's go, Pete. That's not happening, but let's go. Yeah. So, and then your outfield, it's probably going to be
platinum glove. I swear, he needs to shoot for farther stars because the Gold Glove.
Oh, platinum glove. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, you got to be
platinum
glover if you want to win MVP, Pete, and 60 home. I'm expecting. Has the platinum? Who won platinum glove last year? Did it come out?
I don't know.
I didn't see it. I didn't see Wilson Defensive Player of the Year come out either.
Yeah,
well, out of all the guys who won a Gold Glove, who's probably the best defender, it's probably gonna be Nolan Arenado because he wins it every year, and then probably in the American League, maybe Mookie Betts, or
Mookie Betts in the American League.
Yeah, well, that throw he made in the Diamondbacks game, that's
you mean the National?
So that could. Oh no! I mean, duh. Oh my god. I'm going to be saying, Lindor is going to win the AL Gold Glove next year. Yeah, this will be the first. If
off.
Lindor, most likely,
Banned
Lindor's
from
probably the best
YouTube.
defensive. Lindor's probably the best defensive shortstop in the National League now. So he'll probably be our first Gold Glove winner in ages because we've had no one.
I think Baez is
Like
still
the only
better.
guy is Baez, maybe Nick Ahmed, but no, Lindor. We'll see.
We'll see. It's going to be a tough
Lindor for Gold Glove, baby. Let's go.
Breaking. Lindor wins Gold Glove
breaking news.
confirmed.
Confirmed before the season. So yeah, let's talk more Yankees news.
Oh, word.
Klubot to the Yanks. Klubot to
I'm
the
so
Yanks.
happy.
Really,
So
I'm the
happy.
opposite. I hate the signing.
I think it was a terrible deal, but I really wanted them to get Kluber, so I think it's a win overall.
It's not only the contract for me. It's the
Mhm.
fact that you have no depth in your rotation. Well, you have a bunch of kids, so I don't think you should rely on Kluber. I think it's crazy to rely on Kluber to be a number 3 starter. Like the dude's barely pitched in the past 2 years. He pitched 1 inning last year. He pitched like 5 games the year before. So the dude hasn't been pitching. And like I love
Nope.
Kluber the player, but I just question his health and whether he can do it. You're gonna have to ease him in. So that's so what does this make the Yankees rotation now? So Garrett Cole 1. We're gonna take out Luis Severino for now, but he would be the 2 if
He'll be back.
coming back from Tommy John. So what? Is Kluber now have to be the 2 starter?
Well, you got Davey, who I think can be a 2 starter.
Oh,
if he
I'm
keeps
sorry.
developing.
They have Domingo Herman. Yep. Yeah. I
He's
thought
good.
Yankees. I'm like, yeah,
He's good.
your rotation's
They're gonna
trash.
pitch
Like,
him.
no, we have Domingo Herman. I'm like, the dude's retired like 3 times. He's gotten suspended multiple times. Like, don't rely
Just
on
once.
him.
It was just once.
Okay, he's
Overall,
retired like
the
twice.
organization. No. He's been suspended just once. It's
Yeah,
been
and
twice in
retired.
the
Well,
organization.
he's retired
now.
once, but he's retired once, but he's also like come back from retirement, so it's funny. But but yeah, Kluber
Welcome back,
to
Domingo.
the Yankees. Yep. So what does it look? So assuming Domingo will be in the dugout, not in the couch. He's not retired. Let's assume that. So I guess he's your 2, and then Kluber 3, Davy Garcia 4, and then maybe Jordan Montgomery.
Yes, for sure. I love this kid. I'm very
something-
high on Jordan Montgomery. His
Yeah,
advanced stats were great.
I liked what
Like-
I saw from him in the Mets-Yankees game,
Mhm.
but yeah, in the Subway Series this past year. And then hopefully they give my boy Michael King a shot because fellow Rochester guy,
Rochesterian.
which I like. I don't know why I rep Rochester because I hate it here. I'm just kidding. I don't really hate it
Same.
here, but I'm a New York guy, so
It's too
I
cold.
like New York City more because I'm originally from there. It's like similar temperatures here than it is in New York, but plus I grew up in New York for a while, so
Yeah.
I miss
That
it
makes
there.
sense.
But also it's cool here because I wouldn't have met you and we wouldn't have the banter. So yeah. But anyways,
Thank you
let's
for
talk
moving.
some. Oh yeah, no problem. Let's talk some other MLB news that's happened. So we're not gonna go as in depth with this just because it doesn't apply to our teams, except for some of the bigger moves. So also the Mets also claimed Steven Tarpley from the Marlins. Kind of minor. He had like a 9. He's a decent lefty. He's gonna be like some minor league depth guy.
Yeah, he
we
was a
need to sign-
Yankee just a couple
Oh,
years
really?
ago. Yeah. He was a high ranked prospect. Or not high ranked, but mid ranked prospect with
top 10.
probably I'd say like 10, 15, something like that. High
Yeah,
velocity
something like
fastball from the left side.
Yeah. So yeah, we need to get a real lefty in the bullpen. It looks like we might have a shot at Brad Hand. I would bring him in, and I also try and bring back Justin Wilson. Look to bring him back too. I like what I see. He didn't have a great year last year, but he's been decent in the past. Nice cutter, fastball slider combo from him, and he doesn't have to be the left-handed reliever in the National League East is like one of the most important things. Like every team's best hitter, it seems like they're left-handed. The Phillies, you got Freddie Freeman. The Nationals, you got Juan
Phillies.
Soto. What are the teams? The Phillies, you got Bryce Harper.
Yeah,
And-
there you go.
Did I say Juan Soto was on the Phillies?
You said Yeah, Bryce. No, you said someone was on the Phillies.
Yeah. Bryce Harper on the Phillies, Juan Soto on the Nationals, and then
Freddie
Freddie Freeman the
Freeman, that's
Braves.
who
And
it
I
was.
guess, yeah, and then I guess Corey Dickerson's probably the best hitter on the Marlins. Him or I don't know, big lefty out, and then for the Mets is
Jesus
probably
Aguilar, I guess.
Yeah.
Brian Anderson.
Brian Anderson. Probably, yeah, he's probably the best hitter on the team. Starling Marte, maybe someone like that. I know you're
Yeah,
not a
they're
big
all right.
Starling Marte guy, but
No pop.
yeah, but and then I guess
Skinny Dick.
Michael Conforto's probably the best hitter on the Mets. So yeah, left-handed to get Juan Soto, Freddie Freeman, Bryce Harper, get those guys out. We really need a good freaking buffering again. Oh well, we're gonna try to fix this shit for next time. But oh well. So first move, Ryan Stanic to the Astros. He'll probably become like a freaking all-star because that's what the Astros do.
Yeah, why not? Got the bubble
Kyle
sticky
Schwarber.
grip.
Yep, definitely helps that they're cheating, even on the pitching side too. But we won't get into that. Kyle Schwarber to the Nationals.
Too. Shut the fuck up.
No, he's not. Nah. Look at his hat. You see?
Do you think any human being can possibly accumulate the velocity and spin rate that he does without cheating?
No. Yeah, DeGrom can. DeGrom isn't human. He's just absurdly good.
He's not even like bulky though. He's skinny.
Yeah.
He's cheating. Like we all know.
He hones in his mechanics, as he says.
He has the exact same kind of delivery as Garrett Cole.
Nah, it's smoother.
Well, have you analyzed it like frame by frame?
No, dude, I don't do that. I'm a fucking guitar guy. I don't know that shit. But
guess who has?
But, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry that you have the second best pitcher in New York, but you're paying him way more money. Like he's the best pitcher in New York. By the way, who's on your jersey?
Oh! Of course, you gotta know. There we go.
Oh, Mayhew.
Yeah,
See,
you know it.
Man, you got the fucking name on the back, dude. You can't do that for a Yankee jersey.
That's how they sell them. It's so annoying.
You got to go just number. They must sell just number ones too.
Only for like Derek Jeter, because he's the only like
throwbacks. Yeah.
2. Because it's like whenever you see 2, you just think Derek Jeter, and that's it. And it's so annoying.
Yeah.
I can hate on him all day.
Yeah, you don't like Derek Jeter, which is surprising for a Yankee fan. Which I saw this momentum videos like a bunch of players at spring training say like who's the best player of all time. A bunch of them said Derek Jeter. I'm like, you sure about that?
Are you shitting me?
I'm not. I'm like
his negative 162 DRS would
DRS.
Otherwise.
Yeah. All right. The Nationals signed Kyle Schwarber to a 1-year contract. He'll probably be playing without a DH. He'll probably DH, but without one, he'll probably be to left field. Juan Soto moved to right. He played some right field last year. Hopefully, I hope he's not going to bounce back because I hate the Nationals. But it definitely gives them an offensive boost. They actually got some decent hitters in there now who aren't 80 years old. But Juan Soto, Trey Turner, I guess Josh Bell. We're not. If you guys are new to our channel, we're not big Josh Bell guys here. But
one good half.
I guess Kyle Schwarber, Victor Robles, if he can do anything. Carter Keyboom, if he can do anything. But yeah, Victor Robles is more of a defensive guy. But Kyle Schwarber, it looks like it's going to be. Yeah, so it's 1 year. It's 1 year, 7 years with $10 million. It's a 1 year, 7 year, $10 million guarantee, including a $3 million buyout with an $11 million club option. So. It's basically a 2-year contract. If they don't pick it up, then it's 1 year. Moving on, Liam Hendricks signs with the White Sox. So best reliever comes off the board, and my God, the dude got paid. 3 years, 54 for a reliever is insane. But there's different ways to get out of the contract. But I don't think he's the best reliever in the MLB. He's definitely up there. He's probably 2 or 3. I'd put Hader 1 just because he has the length ability. And I think left-handed relievers are a little more valuable than right-handed relievers. And he's been kind of better for longer and his age, But, Liam Hendricks has been phenomenal the past few years. the Oakland A's are kind of my second favorite team if I had one. So I hate seeing them lose all their guys, but that's Oakland A's in the nutshell. So speaking of which, I saw a video. Shout out to a diehard Yankee fan on YouTube. Good channel. Go check it out. He made a video. It was the third baseman every MLB should be trying to trade for, and he mentioned Matt Chapman. I would do anything to get Matt Chapman. Matt Chapman's like my favorite non-Met.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
if
you said, yeah.
it'll cost a lot, but my God, I would be hyped about that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, his glove with Lindor's glove would
power.
just be nuts. Yeah, power.
And
He had
he's good
kind of a
against
down
both
year last
sides.
year. Yeah, he's got a gret swing too. He was in the home run derby, obviously. I don't know if you guys watched that. His dad was throwing him some nasty stuff because his dad didn't get a chance to practice. I heard him on an interview. It was like it seemed like your dad was trying to strike you out. But shout out to Mr. Chapman. But yeah, Liam Hendricks, phenomenal. Maybe a bit of an overpay, but you kind of have to do that to get your guy. And the White Sox, they're definitely the best team in the American League. No offense, man.
Yep.
They're
I
probably the best team.
have a rant planned
Oh, about the Yankees?
about the Yankees and Brian Cashman just because of the White Sox. They have forced me to rant, and I am fully ready at any time.
Go for it.
Oh, let's go. All right, so here we go, Brian. Listen up. This is our year for the division. The Rays don't have Snell. They're going to have a down year while the prospects are still developing. Morton's gone. They're going to be down this year. The Blue Jays are slowly and surely they're going to peak very soon. We need to take the AL East this year, and it needs to be a landslide.
You'll get the division. You'll get the division, but you'll get the division. You're still the second best team in the American League, but the White Sox are clearly better. Who's better? The American League is garbage right now.
Well, I mean, look what happened last year. The Rays went 40-20. The Yankees went 33-27.
The Rays have no one. The Rays are a bad team right now. They have
They
Tyler
lost
Glass
Snell and
now.
Morton.
Yeah, that's their two best starters. Who else do they
But I
have?
mean,
Tyler Glass
Morton had a 4.5 ERA last year and didn't pitch the entire season. Snell wasn't even that good against other AL East competitors. So I don't think it's like
fair.
That big of a loss.
To be fair, they're more of a bullpen team. They're more of a bullpen team.
Exactly.
That's why I don't
think it is too big of a loss.
They already lost one of their relievers, though. They lost one of their relievers, Alvarado.
Oh, they did. Oh, I was shocked by that trade. It was so stupid. Anyway.
Why? They trade everyone.
Yeah, but I did not agree with it. Yeah, here we go.
Oh, speaking of the Rays, by the way. Had to. All right, continue.
It was pretty light. I couldn't hear it too well. Here we go. So, yeah, this needs to be the year that we take the division by storm. The AL West is weak as fuck. We can storm through everyone there, except for the Astros bullpen, which is kind of goated now all of a sudden. But topic for another time. The A's, they're not too big of an issue since they lost Simeon. The White Sox are the real competitors, and then the Dodgers and Padres. Those are the four best teams in baseball.
You're missing two teams.
I don't think that.
Wait, you think the Yankees are a top 5 team in baseball?
I do think they have the capability to be a top 5 team.
No.
That's why I'm going on this rant.
Me and Mayer's next episode of Power Rankings. But right now, I would go Dodgers 1, Padres 2, Braves 3, Mets 4, White Sox 5, Yankees 6.
Wait, did you just say Mets 3, Braves 4?
No, Mets 4. Braves 3, Mets 4.
I'd go your 1 and 2 are spot on. Then I'd go White Sox, Braves, Yankees, Mets.
With that rotation?
With that rotation, yes. I don't trust it.
20 strikeouts a night?
Well, I mean, I actually think the Braves rotation is better than the Mets rotation.
No, I'm talking Yankees rotation. Yankees rotation is terrible.
Oh, well, they can outscore everybody, and they got DJ.
I'll tell you
and
that
they-
the Yankees lineup strikes out a million times, and everyone gets injured.
That doesn't matter if you strike out. I'm talking like a roster on paper. I'm not talking about injuries, because let's be honest,
Okay,
injuries
let's
are going to
go.
happen.
Let's go. Okay, let's go position by position. So catcher,
Okay.
McCann's better than Gary Sanchez.
Oh, for sure.
McCann is better than Gary Sanchez. Yes. Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, I thought you were going to say. I thought you were going to say. I thought you were going to argue that, but I remembered our rankings list, and he both cracked our top 10. Gary did. All right. First base. Let's assume we're going with DH. So Dom Smith versus Luke Voigt. Slight
Wait, are
edge
we
to
going
Luke Voigt.
DH or first?
DH.
or
Yes,
first
we're going
base?
DH. No, we're
Okay, then it's
including the
Stan.
DH. No, we're including the DH. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay, I got you. My bad.
So first base, Dom Smith, Luke Voigt, ever so slightly to Luke Voigt, very
Yeah,
close, very
pretty
close.
close.
So second base, LeMahieu, McNeil, extremely close again, but I would give it to LeMahieu. Torres, Lindor,
Extremely
It's close.
close.
It's very close.
Back-to-back MVP finalists placements, and you call it close?
He was an MVP finalist in 2019.
He was.
He was fourth. He was fourth.
Oh shit, you're right. My bad.
Simeon.
My bad. I didn't say that.
Yeah,
I didn't say that. My bad.
Simeon, Bregman, and Trout.
Yeah.
All
My
right,
bad.
shortstop. Shortstop, it's not even a conversation. Lindor is better than Torres.
It's a conversation. Are you kidding me? First,
No,
you
it's not.
say that second base is extremely close, and now you're saying
It's not extremely
shortstop's
close. It's
not
close.
a competition.
Fine,
If you're
it's
gonna-
not close. Fine, neither of them are close. LeMahieu
you
is
go.
much better than McNeil, and Lindor is much better than Torres. Fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Not in the postseason.
Gio Urshela is better than. Okay. We need to get to the damn postseason first. So you guys, y'all gotta stop choking in the postseason.
Y'all gotta start making the goddamn postseason. This is your only response. You don't even know how to argue anymore.
Funny, it gets you every time. Hey, we gotta make it
It
first.
didn't give
All
me
right.
that time. I see right through
Third
you.
base. I would go third base. I would go Urshela over third base. Urshela over Davis. Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck. Wait. Let's assume who's our left fielder now. Because now if we go, because I'm assuming we're signing a guy. I guess
I
we'll
don't
give
even
two
know who it is.
examples. We'll go. So Nimmo is better than Frazier. Let's assume those guys.
Oh,
Nimmo is
yeah,
better.
No, yeah,
better than
you're right.
Frazier.
You're right. It's pretty close, but you're right.
I'm not keeping track of goddamn like points per each side. Okay. If the Mets sign Jackie Bradley, I would give the edge to Aaron Hicks. If the Mets sign George Springer, I would give the edge to the Mets over Aaron Hicks.
I mean,
So
yeah.
it's close. Yeah. Right field, it's close. Don't deny it's close. Aaron Judge at his best is better than
Conforto.
Conforto.
But if we're speaking
Conforto can stay on the
logistically,
field. Yeah, Conforto can
Exactly.
stay on the field. Judge
Yeah.
can't. So it's close, but I would give the edge to Judge.
if
I
we're
would say
talking player only, then Judge is better. But overall, it's pretty close.
And then DH, it's tough because if both guys play at the best, they're the two best power hitters in the league. Now, I trust Alonso to stay healthy. I don't know if I can trust Stan to do that. So I would give the edge to Alonso. And also, Alonso has defensive value. Stanton has none.
Oh, we getting some comments. Hello, Hayden.
Ooh.
Thank you. Thank you.
Doing this. All right. Hey, LFGM, what's up, Hayden? Is McNeil top 3 second base? Yeah, he's number 2. You can see our last video. Hey, thanks for guys, everyone, go check out Mets Talk with Hayden. He's actually a fellow YouTuber. Great channel. And his picture right here is Hayden, if you want, man, if you got a sec, you can call in too. We have a pinned link in the chat, and you can tell this idiot that the Mets are a better team than the Yankees. Anyways, starting pitcher. Okay, DeGrom is better than Cole.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
assuming health, Syndergaard is better than Severino. LOL.
I don't agree with that.
Syndergaard is better than Severino. Syndergaard is better than Severino. Okay.
No.
Okay.
No.
Number 3,
No.
Carrasco or
No.
Kluber? Fine.
Carrasco.
It's a tie.
Carrasco.
Carrasco is better than Kluber.
Yeah.
Stroman or Davey Garcia? I would give to Stroman.
I give it to Stroman too. But I
Okay.
mean, that's kind of like hard to judge because like, who knows? Davey might go off and like be Cy Young
What we know right
contention.
now.
What we know right now, Stroman is better.
Okay. Who's the dude we just got? Lucchese. I would give the edge to Jordan Montgomery.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Not even close
Okay.
there.
Now, bullpen, the Yankees lost. No, did the Yankees lose anyone? Well, Tommy Kahnle, I guess. But,
I mean,
so let's go 3 best relievers in the bullpen. So, Seth Lugo, Trevor May, and so assuming you're 7, 8, 9. So, which those don't closers and stuff, that doesn't really exist that much anymore. It's more about matchups. But let's go Seth Lugo, Trevor May, and Edwin Diaz. So, and then you'll probably go Ottavino, Brand, Chapman. Out of those 3 guys.
Well, what about
What
Green?
Chapman? Well, he's like your 4th reliever.
I don't know. I think they'd put him over Ottavino.
Okay,
Yankees
let's
fans
put
hate
him over.
Ottavino for some reason.
Yeah, I know. 'Cause you paid him a lot of money.
2020 was not bad, except for the game.
Which team has a better farm system, Mets or Yankees? It's close, but the Mets, they're both not good. I'd probably give it to the Yankees because
Yeah, for
who's
the
your
pitching.
you guys got the stud from
Clark Schmidt.
Venezuela,
Jason Dominguez.
Jason, or Dominican Republic. You got that. So he's far from MLB ready. But we also have like the young stud teenage shortstop and Ronnie Mauricio, but he's far from MLB ready. So
He's not Jason Dominguez.
He's not Jason Dominguez. He doesn't have the potential.
Yeah.
But it's close, but I would give the edge to the Yankees probably.
Yeah.
Man, we were talking about MLB news earlier, but I guess we're talking power rankings now. But what team is better? So bullpen, I would give the slight edge to the Yankees.
It's very close. It's
close, but
yeah.
And then bench, who cares? Who's got a better backup catcher? The Yankees actually got a solid backup catcher.
Higashioka, or wait,
Is
actually,
he the starter?
I hope he's the starter. God, I love
Yeah,
Higgy. And like
Why?
7 stars in
Why do
7
you guys-
stars,
Why do Yankee fans like him so much?
because in 7 stars in which he caught Garrett Cole for the second half of the season, Cole went on to have a 1 ERA exactly after having like a 3.5 with Gary.
Oh, okay.
So
That's fair. That's fair.
yeah.
Well, yeah, we got Tomas Nido, so don't be talking.
Ooh.
We got the best bench back.
Damn.
Dude, Luis Guillorme. Tyler Wade, whatever his name is. Tomas
Wade
Nido
actually
isn't
was
too
super
shabby
on
though.
beat.
Tomas Nido isn't too shabby though. Well, he hit really well last year until he got Corona, and then he was out there. I don't know why they like shut him down. They like got Chirinos from the Rangers. Luis Guillorme is a god, right?
Oh no! I need some Yankee fans up in here.
Literally, watch him field. He has the smoothest hands you've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got a caller right now, Jimmy. Jimmy, how you doing, man?
He's so
I
much
hate you.
better than the
Family
Mets.
member.
Why are the Yankees so much better than the Mets?
They're not.
Yeah, they are.
How so? Give me a reason why.
Because they're better.
All right, he doesn't have a good reason why. Bye, Jimmy. Get out of here. We got our first caller. Let's go. Is that your brother? Okay. Okay, back to the conversation. Okay, watch Luis Guillorme field. He's got like the smoothest hands you've ever seen.
He's still laughing. I can hear him laughing.
What do you think, Jimmy? No. All right, let's talk. Let's go back to talking MLB news. So, Pedro Baez signed from the Astros. I can't stand this guy because he takes so long to wind up.
Yeah, wasn't it like 34 seconds or something?
Yeah, you saw that foolish baseball video about like
I did.
Yeah,
Speed runner.
Yeah, speedrunner.
I love that one.
So yeah, 2-year contract, solid deal by the Astros. He's a good pitcher, good veteran.
Oh yeah.
I like this deal quite a bit. Jose Martinez to the Mets. He's kind of a good DH, really good backup option there. I don't trust him in the field, But as a pinch hit bench guy, he's literally perfect. He had a really bad year last year, but he's been very good with the Cardinals in the past. So I like him. All right. Here's another question. Which of the Mets will make the I really like this question. Okay. 2021 All-Star game. So Alonso, McNeil, Lindor, DeGrom, and Conforto. I agree with that. I think Diaz will make the team too. Just how good. Okay. Attention all Mets fans. If there's fans in the stadium, when Diaz comes in to pitch, everyone has to leave. Because him in 2019 was awful. Him with 2020 with no fans was great. So everyone, why are you so shocked?
I never thought I'd see the day. This
Why?
man
Did I like Diaz?
You're speaking highly of Edwin Diaz.
Yeah, bro. Edwin Diaz is the GOAT. But
wait, what was his ERA last year? I don't know.
1 something. I think it was below 2. Or it was right on 2, something like that. I love this question though. I think Diaz, I think Lugo, if he goes back to the bullpen, I legitimately think he could be an all-star. I don't know how many guys they have. Who else? Dom Smith. I think Dom Smith will be
sure.
So yeah. I would say I would take out. It's only really the top relievers make the All-Star team, and the amount of good relievers in the National League. I would take out Lugo. So I would say It's a lot of All-Stars, to be honest. Alonso, McNeil, Lindor, DeGrom, and Conforto. Plus, I would add Dom Smith, and I would add Edwin Diaz. Honestly, the only guy I could see not make it is Lindor, just because a lot of times guys have a tough adjustment period to a new league. Okay, so he had a 1.75 ERA. Thanks, Aiden.
Wow.
Which I know I hated him because he blew that game against the Yankees. Him and Betances just freaking blew it, but it was 2 separate games. But I think I love that question, and hopefully we have an All-Star game this year. I don't know where it's going to be. I know LA. It got postponed not to this year, but a couple of years in the future. But I've always wanted to go to an All-Star game, so that'd be awesome.
All right, so it's going to be in Atlanta, if I remember correctly.
Ooh, I like that stadium too. So
Truist is nice.
And they changed the name right from SunTrust to Truist. Yeah. Also like when we play in the National League ballparks because the Mets can wear the home jerseys. So yeah.
I actually never. I never knew that. Like,
yeah, you wear depending on the league. That's what you wear the opposing uniform.
Am I seriously this oblivious?
Yeah, it's in Truist Park. Thanks, Aiden. Yeah, so going to some new news. Speaking of the NL East, Archie Bradley has signed with the Phillies to a 1-year contract. He's just been a solid reliever, and he's pitched in Arizona, which, if you can pitch in a hitter-friendly park like that, I trust you in the bandbox that is Philadelphia, although all the relievers just went to shit last year. So I hope that happens to him. He also got on the Sign JT movement on Twitter. He tweeted Sign JT, which there's a rumor that the Phillies are looking to give him over $100 million.
Yeah, the 95 years.
I'll take the can, man. I love Realmuto, but I'm not paying him that much. Another move. Any thoughts on the Archie Bradley?
They did it. They signed a reliever. Actually did it. I'm so happy.
Great reliever market this year.
Oh, for sure. And they got a good one. They didn't go out and pull an Astros move and sign right-handed pitcher Juan Soto to a minor league deal. No, they went for Archie Bradley. And yes,
Grandal is better than Realmuto. He's not. He's not. I don't think he is. If you saw our catcher ranking video, we both had Realmuto 1. I just think Grandal's just been very streaky in the past. I know sabermetrically he's probably a better player, but Realmuto's a better all-around defender. Grandal's a better framer, but Realmuto's probably has a better arm. He just doesn't hit as inconsistently as Realmuto, but Grandal's definitely. I think I had him at number 3. I think I bumped him down. He did not have a very good year last year.
Yeah,
but
the 773 OPS.
I'm so high on Will Smith. I think Will Smith is a beast. What? Why are you surprised? We literally made a video about this.
I'm doing a video on Will Smith.
Oh, you are?
It's nice little segue, Hayden. You're going to love it if you like foolish baseball.
Oh, nice. But
it's very advanced.
Alex Wood to the Giants on a 1-year contract. This is a guy I thought the Mets could have brought in as a perfect 5-starter. He can also pitch in the bullpen. He has an awesome delivery. It's so herky-jerky, but I love it. So Alex Wood to the rival Giants. I know the old Dodgers, one of their old executives, Farhan Farhan Saidi is the Giants general manager. So he'll probably be pretty high up in the rotation just because the rotation is incredibly weak. Annalise prediction. Ooh, I like this question. Annalise prediction.
Ooh.
Now I'm not the type to say, oh, we have to wait on that because our prediction video. I don't want to spoil too much. I'll answer the question because I appreciate you guys' support. So right now, I'm predicting because this is a prediction. I'm predicting the team what moves the other teams are going to make. So I have the Mets finishing 1. I know that's crazy. I think they're going to sign Springer. I think they're going to sign Hand. So and they got a decent 5-starter with the dude we just acquired. What's his name?
Luke Casey.
Luke Casey. So I have the Mets 1, very close with the Braves 2. 3, I have the Nationals. 4, I have the Phillies 4 and then the Marlins 5. So I think even if the Phillies do bring back JT, I think their offense still is really bad and their pitching staff is still terrible. Especially their bullpen, even with what's his name? Bradley, bullpen. The guy, Archie Bradley.
Yeah,
I don't think the Phillies are a good team, and I think the Nationals, their offense has increased a bit. You still got Soto, Turner. If Josh Bell can be, first half 2019 Josh Bell, then you got a good player there. Kyle Schwarber, he's shown that he could hit tanks in the past, so you got that. And you got, Starlin Castro. He's not an awful player, but he's not great. But they still, if their rotation's healthy, they still have one of the best rotations in the league. If Strasburg can come back healthy, if Corbin can pitch really well, if Scherzer, obviously, they signed. It looks like they're going to sign John Lester, which that should be interesting. But I really like that question. I have the Marlins 5. I think last year's a fluke. Ben, how about you? What do you think here?
I'm going Phillies 5, Marlins 4, Nationals 3.
I always tempted to do that.
Yeah, I know. It's tempting. And then
that's Mets, what I like to see. Fuck the Phillies.
Mets 2, Braves 1. Oh, Hayden agrees with me. Braves all the way.
Marlins now, Sixto Sanchez. I like that. And went in depth with their arms. They'll be neck and neck with 4th and 5th place.
Hayden, we spot on. Soulmate.
Hayden's not a biased Mets fan like me because he's got the Braves 1.
Yeah.
Mets will make the wild card though.
That's true. Very true.
Change the C with an S. Mets make the World Series.
That's what I thought it said at first. I saw the W.
Yeah, I did too, but wild card, that's if they're not winning the division, they're definitely making the wild card. The National League's a very strong league right now compared to the American League.
You guys are gonna either have to play the Padres or the Dodgers in the wild card game.
Hopefully they're
DeGrom.
Yeah, we have DeGrom. And you can pitch we can do like what the Nationals did. You pitch a starter in relief.
Yeah.
Pitch like Carrasco in relief.
You got Lugo. And Diaz.
Yeah, you can pitch Lugo. I'm shutting Diaz down for the playoffs, man. I like Diaz, but that dude is mental shit and like how he cannot pitch in New York.
He was not bad in 2019. He was unlucky as shit.
Oh my God, he gave up like a home run every time.
Well, they were cheapies. And the hits he allowed were cheapies as well.
Whatever. I don't want to think about what he did in 2019 because it was horrific and we gave up fucking Jared.
Remember that game against the Nationals?
Oh, yeah, I do remember that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
speaking of the Nationals,
the next day.
Dude, no way. Look what the next news segment I was about to do. Kurt Suzuki to the Angels. That's the dude who hit the home run. So, yeah, Kurt Suzuki. Good backup / platoon guy with Max Stassi, who I think – okay, how about the AL East? Here, let's just finish this. Solid backup catcher. He's like 1 million years old, but good veteran there. He's not getting paid much. All right, AL East. Yankees 1, Rays 2, Blue Jays 3. No, Blue Jays 2, Rays 3.
Ooh.
Red Sox 4. I like where the Blue Jays are going. And then Orioles 5. So I think the Red Sox are going to improve a bit, but, they're not going to be as bad as they were last year. They're getting some guys back. They got their manager back, obviously. I still think it's a fairly good division. I really like the Blue Jays' direction. I think you either need to sign a third baseman or first baseman. I don't think Guerrero's going to play third base. But did you see how much weight the dude's lost? He's lost like 50 pounds.
Yeah, completely different person.
I think Guerrero's going to be a stud next year. I think next year's the year he puts it all together. I think Bichette and Biggio are going to continue becoming very good players. I think
Gurriel's going to continue his reign of terror.
Gurriel's great. Which, by the way, I had my Blue Jays fan friend said, "Oh, I don't want Lindor. I didn't want to give up Gurriel." I'm like, come on, man. He's like, they're the same age.
Gurriel outplayed him. I mean, last year Gurriel outplayed him.
Which, by the way, are the Toronto Blue Jays going to be the Buffalo Blue Jays again? They might find a different stadium. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to be allowed to play. Should be interesting.
I swear, I hate Salem Field with a passion. It's. So
I wanted to go there.
there.
I wanted to go there because it's like an hour away from us. But
yeah,
I wanted to go there because I know you could get a look in, like into the thing. But I saw a video like Zach Campbell, and they're like security
I saw that
everywhere.
video too.
Yeah, they're making sure people weren't trying to get in and stuff, and like looking, like catch a ball or anything. But yeah, Blue Jays, I have two. I think they're starting pitching. Ryu had a great year. He really proved me wrong. I'm like, he's a good pitcher, but he needs to have one more stud year until I can consider him like a top of the line ace, just because he doesn't have the greatest, hardest stuff in the world. I think Ryu's now that pitcher. He's definitely shut me up. I think Nate Pearson's going to be a stud. I think they don't have that.
Man.
Who else do they have? Who else do they have in their rotation? I'm not quite sure. Their bullpen needs work for sure. Tanner Roark. I think they have a very. No, Tanner Roark. No, he's 2-year contract.
All right, got you.
Matt Schumacher, I'm from Florida, so I see all the spring training sites. I live 10 minutes from the. Ooh, did you go heckle the Astros last year? Right,
I think he did.
Were you in one of those videos of Dude, those Astros videos were the funniest things ever. I'm such, pandemic happened when it did, but people were like, my favorite one was like these dude super New York accents, and they're like, hey, Niall. He's like, hey, Carlos, what rhymes with heater? And another guy screamed cheater. It was the funniest thing ever. Hayden, do you have to watch the shitty Marlins broadcast when the Mets played them? What's so crazy? Oh, Blue Jays are going to be nasty if they sign Springer first place in the AL. Okay, I wouldn't go that far. Springer's a great player. I don't think he's helping their rotation or pitching staff too much, but I don't think they have a very good shot to sign Springer. If they don't sign Springer, I think they're getting Bauer, to be honest. If he doesn't go to the Angels, I think Bauer, they would definitely pay up for him. Mm-hmm. Which definitely he would be the ace. Then Ryu, Pearson. That's a great 1-2-3. If Pearson can be the player, I think he can. Yeah. But if they sign Springer, I don't think they're first place in the AL East. But I do like that hot take, man. Ben's not too happy about that, but they'll definitely be competitive.
I'm extremely happy about that hot take. That's one of my favorite hot takes I've ever seen.
Ben I don't know why Ben Bauer is a clown. I don't get the Bauer. I get the Bauer hate. I don't like Bauer, dude. I love the shit he said. He's like Carrasco and Lindor's Mets. Like, hey, what do you know? I might join him. But dude, he's literally, people don't understand. He does what he does to grow the game. He's not doing it for his own brand and stuff. Over and over. Momentum's all about, he's a cheater, whatever. Yeah, he won the Cy Young because of an easy schedule and cheating or whatever. But I still think he's a
pitcher does.
Yeah, I think
Hayden. Do you think that DeGrom uses pine tar?
No, I didn't say he doesn't use pine tar. Isn't pine tar legal? Is pine tar considered legal?
No, it's not legal.
Oh, I thought pine tar
was legal. any substance.
Oh, he definitely uses something. What is a rosin bag illegal?
They have rosin bags behind the fucking mound, and they're provided to them.
They have freaking pine tar on their hat. You watch Mike Fiers; he somehow isn't getting caught yet with that.
He has it on his glove.
Yeah, some guys have it on their jersey, something like that. Michael Pineda has that shit on his neck. Will Smith on his forearm. Yeah, Will Smith had his on his forearm. Will Smith, the pitcher, not the catcher. But yeah, anyways, going back to some MLB news before we get some more comments here, which we're going to keep up this live form because this is so fun with the comments and with Jimmy calling in. So
I swear, Jimmy, if you're still watching, never again.
We got 3 viewers right now. Please leave a like on the video. And all right. Bauer is a moron. Going around carving Bush didn't. I forgot about. I forgot he did that. Bush did 9/11 on the mound. PFF are arguing his immature agent. What? You're not a Rachel Luba guy? Agent who he is probably sleeping with. It's coming with the fire. Oh my god.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Yeah. Hey, I've never seen a guy hanging out with his agent as much, but hey, they're besties, I guess. Hey, Bauer's said in the past how much he is against like dating and stuff. Like he had like a
That is
controversial interview or whatever.
He said that like he's down. No, he won't. He's just down for casual sex, and that's like it.
Well, I mean, friends with
I mean,
benefits, you know,
I think Rachel Luba would also be down for that.
he makes her a lot of money.
Yeah.
The Bush 9/11 thing, that's hilarious. Arguing his immature age, he's probably sleeping, yelling at middle schoolers on Twitter. Yeah, the snapping back at guys at Twitter is pretty funny, but yeah, that was. And I don't know if DeGrom uses pine tar because he gets blisters, so I don't know how that affects his calluses. Yeah, did he have blister issues last year? I'm not quite sure. I know if he didn't have like Aaron Sanchez levels of blisters, which literally I have a bunch of friends from Toronto because a camp I went to in Canada. A lot of them are casual Blue Jays fans. A bunch of them have asked me, dude, what happened to that Aaron Sanchez guy who was good like 5 years ago? I'm like,
he went on to throw
got traded to the Astros and fell off.
He threw a combined no-hitter.
Just look at Mike Trout and Bauer. What do you mean by that? Just look. What do you mean? Look at Mike Trout and Bauer.
Aren't they both 27? Is that what you're trying to say? Like the
they're
chain.
both 27.
Yeah, like the difference.
I'm confused, but anyways, before we get some more comments, we'll squeeze. Like personally.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, we all know Trout's.
I'm not sure what you're trying to say, but it's all good.
He's just saying that like Trout is an ambassador of the game, though he doesn't really.
Oh, personality-wise. Oh.
Yeah. I mean, Trout doesn't necessarily.
I like having
go out.
It's fine to have guys who are on social media and stuff.
Mm.
Yeah, and again, hang on. I think like the best baseball. While Ben reconnects here, I think like the best baseball personality is probably a guy like Bryce Harper, who kind of does a mix of the two. Mm-hmm. Like personality. Oh, I get what you're saying.
He's kind of petty though.
All right,
he's kind of petty though.
In between the two, very good like combo. Sorry if we just lagged a bunch, guys. New program, freaking StreamYard strip. But whatever. Back to some news. Red Sox signed Martin Perez. It's not Perez, it's Perez because where the accent is on the E. So cool with that. I always thought Gary from why I was saying it wrong. He's like Martin Perez. I'm like, isn't it Perez? But no, it's Perez. He resigns with the Red Sox. Good 5-starter. He's 29. What's the contract? It looks like
wasn't it 1 year, 6
1 year contract, club option. Yep, 6.85 mil. So yeah, just a solid back end starter. And then so it's official now that Schwarber goes. Lester to the Nationals. So solid veteran arm there. Yep, it's weird to see him I wanted to see him go down Boston, but yeah. So now unless we get some more comments and stuff, let's talk some MLB rumors. So the rumor is Springer's. It looks like he's going to sign this week with either the Blue Jays or the Mets. Fingers crossed with the Mets. And that it's probably going to be like a 6-year, 100 million contract, something in that range, maybe a bit more.
120 mil. Yeah, he's getting paid more than DJ.
Yeah, he should be too, because age-wise, and he plays a much more important position. And he's close to you're going to pay a second baseman more than a center fielder?
I was about to point out DJ's spectacular versatility, playing every position in the infield.
Well,
yeah,
Springer could play every position in the outfield.
Whoa, no way. I've never seen that before.
Basically, every center fielder can play every position in the outfield. But Jackie Bradley to the Astros. Ooh, I think that's a good fit just because if the Mets get – like if the Blue Jays miss out on Springer, they actually have a good center field option. The Mets, I've talked about how I like Nimmo. I don't like him as much as other fans do, but he can't play center field anymore. It's time to get a real guy there. So if the Mets can't get Springer, then we should definitely look at Jackie Bradley. I know there's a rumor about Albert Almora. Absolutely no. And Jimmy Cazell says yes. Absolutely no. We should not sign him just because he doesn't hit. And Jackie Bradley has shown decent offensive production in the past, but he'll definitely go to the Astros if the Mets get. I'll definitely see him go to the Astros if the Mets get Springer, and if it's kind of and if the Blue Jays get Springer, he'll probably go to the Mets. So
Yeah.
So other rumors: Luis Castillo to the Yankees. That's kind of been shut down because
I'm so
they're not giving
upset.
up
I
Gleyber
want
Torres.
Luis Castillo so bad. I
I
love
do
his,
too.
like,
I was
he's
watching
so
his
fun to
changeup.
watch.
Dude, he seems like one of the hardest pitchers to face as a right-hand hitter
yeah.
because you don't know whether the
Or a
ball's
lefty,
coming in
too.
on you or it's going up, or it's what.
Or a lefty.
'Cause
I'd rather be
I
a
watch it.
righty.
Yeah, when I watch him, like I'm not, I don't play baseball, so I don't know how to get on those terms. But I'm just assuming when you watch him, the ball either goes boom or sorry, let me just widen the frame here. It's either coming in and then gone to the side, or it comes in and then sweeps up and his fastball and his changeup. So I feel like it's so obviously it's hard to hit. He's a big league pitcher, but he has some of the most potential in the league. I think he's a Cy Young in the making. He's been very good in the past. He just Cincinnati's just a hard place to pitch. So I think he could literally – and I would be cool if the Mets traded him for Ronnie Mauricio. I know Mauricio is our top prospect, but we literally have the best shortstop in baseball. And once we extend him, which it's probably gonna happen, I think it's a 90% chance the Mets extend him. And if they don't, they'll re-sign him in free agency because there's no way they're giving up that much. Ben, your camera's off.
Yeah, I know. Real quick, I just gotta do something real quick.
Yeah, that's all good. And so yeah, and then so Mauricio, I think he has the most value he has now because he's so young. He hasn't put up great numbers so far, so I think it's kind of hard to tell if he's going to be good or not. As it seems like his physical traits will be good, but all right, Ben, if you need to head out, you can just head out. I could close out the show.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, man.
I got finance. We good. All
right, cool. I'd rather the Mets focus on pitching instead of Springer. Pitching wins championships. I do like this take a lot. Playing ball, and I don't know why you can't get both. I saw people saying, "Are you signing Springer and then bringing back Justin Wilson, or are you signing multiple guys, or signing like Paxton and then Bradley?" I think you could get Springer and then trade for a guy. I think Taijuan Walker's still a great pitcher. I'd love to bring him in. I would love to bring in Luis Castillo, trade him for Ronnie Mauricio. I think you're giving up your top prospect, but he's not going to be up for forever, and you already have Lindor now. So I do like this take, though. And you could just make an absolute super rotation. So imagine that, like DeGrom, Castillo, Syndergaard, Carrasco, Stroman.
Carrasco at 4? Oh, my
Stroman
God.
has a 5. Stroman has a 5. That easily the best rotation in the league. Maybe best rotation of all time, honestly, if everyone pitched their full ability. So
that's
I would do
the
that.
Padres so much. The Padres are looking like the 1990s, 2000s Braves with that Mattis, Glavine, and who's the other one? Smoltz. Those, you got that trio, and then an extra 2. The Padres are my favorite team in baseball, other than the Yankees, of course. I love the Padres.
Yeah, I do too. I love them right now until the playoffs happen. But anyways, I think that's all we got to cover tonight. We're going to bring back the player rankings for next. DeGrom, Stroman, Carrasco, Peterson. Yeah, that's probably what our rotation looks like right now. But I'm talking, if we're stacking this thing up, put in Castillo, put in Syndergaard. So yeah.
I'd root for you guys.
Fun fact: Smoltz is a Hall of Famer is the only Hall of Famer to get Tommy John. Oh, really?
Who was the guy who got it? Did he get it twice? No, I'm thinking of Brewers third baseman. Brewers
Did
third
Sandy
baseman also got a Hall of Famer. Tommy John.
I didn't know that. It seems like every pitcher has to get Tommy John, but anyways,
it
guys,
makes sense. That's probably why. That's why he went to the bullpen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna bring back the player ranking for next week. We just had a lot of stuff to cover news wise. This is gonna be the new format. We're gonna be doing it live. And Jimmy, wait, I'm still here. I guess he doesn't want us to end the show. But if you guys want to call in, talk baseball, we really want to do that. We want to get the fans more interacted with us. We're going to also post this as a podcast episode next time. So we will see you guys next time. Ben, do your thing, man.
Track, wall, see ya. Love doing that so much.